1981 marked the dawn of a new pop era. Disco was fading, MTV was rising, and the sound of the 80s was beginning to take shape. From glossy synths to power pop guitars and heartfelt ballads, this was the year the future of pop music was born. Every song carried its own story. Some ruled the charts, others changed the culture. Together they created a soundtrack for a generation stepping into neon lights and endless possibility. So grab your headphones, rewind to the start of the decade, and let's count down 15 unforgettable hits from 1981 you need to hear again. Number 1, 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. No one captured working-class spirit like Dolly Parton. With 9 to 5, she turned the daily grind into a foot-tapping anthem of empowerment. Written for the hit film of the same name, Dolly famously used her acrylic nails to mimic a typewriter rhythm while composing it. The song's upbeat horns and clever lyrics made punching the clock sound downright joyful. It raced to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in February 1981, topping the country and adult contemporary charts as well, a rare triple triumph. Beyond the movie, it became a rallying cry for women balancing ambition and inequality in the workplace. More than 40 years later, 9 to 5 still rings true, a cheerful protest wrapped in pure pop brilliance that proves Dolly's wit and warmth are timeless. Number 2, Don't You Want Me, The Human League. Closing out 1981, The Human League's Don't You Want Me brought synth pop fully into the mainstream. The male-female duet became an instant classic. Released that December, it soared to number 1 in the UK for Christmas and soon topped the US charts too. Its sleek production and dramatic storytelling captured the new electronic era perfectly. Ironically, lead singer Phil Oakey initially thought it was the weakest song on the album, Dare. The record label insisted otherwise. They were right. The noir-inspired music video, depicting a film set and fractured romance, was tailor-made for MTV's futuristic aesthetic. More than 40 years later, its opening line, "You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar," still sparks instant nostalgia. Don't You Want Me wasn't just a hit. It was the moment synth pop became pop royalty. Number 3, Start Me Up, The Rolling Stones. By 1981, the Rolling Stones had nothing left to prove, but they still delivered a rock anthem for the ages with Start Me Up. The track began life years earlier as a reggae experiment before being reborn as pure guitar-driven fire. Keith Richards' iconic opening riff and Mick Jagger's swaggering vocals created instant electricity. Released from the album Tattoo You, it hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the Stones' biggest hit of the 80s. Its straightforward music video, showing the band simply performing, became one of MTV's earliest staples, proof that even rock veterans could thrive in the video age. Decades later, that riff still ignites crowds everywhere. From stadiums to commercials, Start Me Up remains rock's ultimate adrenaline shot. When that guitar riff kicks in, do you still crank the volume or just smile, knowing rock never really gets old? Number 4, Super Freak, Rick James. Rick James brought funk and flair to the summer of '81 with Super Freak, a song as wild as its creator. Its slinky bass line and cheeky lyrics turned heads and hips everywhere. The track peaked at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100, but became a lasting cultural force thanks to its unforgettable groove.
She's a very kinky girl. I really love to chase her.
James mixed R&B, rock, and pop into one outrageous package, celebrating bold individuality and unapologetic fun. Years later, MC Hammer sampled that iconic bass riff for You Can't Touch This, earning James a songwriting credit and a whole new audience.
She's all right. She's all right.
Whether you remember him for his braids, swagger, or that infectious laugh, Super Freak remains pure funk genius. It's proof that 1981 wasn't just cool, it was freaky in the best possible way. Number 5, Celebration, Kool and the Gang. If any song can make people smile instantly, it's Celebration. Released in late 1980, it became a full-blown party anthem in 1981, topping the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks. The track was inspired by a verse in the Quran that spoke of angels rejoicing in creation, leading Ronald Bell to craft its universal message. Everyone around the world, come on!
To last throughout the years. So bring your good times. We gon' celebrate and have a good time.
Its upbeat horns, funky bass line, and cheerful chorus made it irresistible across every generation. It bridged the fading disco era with the fresh funk pop sound of the '80s. From weddings to sports victories, it became the soundtrack to joy, a feel-good call to dance and unite. Even today, Celebration keeps the confetti flying. It's not just a hit, it's a global invitation to happiness.
I knew he must have been about 17.
Number 6, I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Few openings hit harder than that crunching guitar riff. When Joan Jett growled, "I love rock and roll," she wasn't just singing, she was claiming a genre. Originally recorded by the Arrows in 1975, Jett's 1981 version turned raw energy into Anthem. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 straight weeks and made her a global rock icon. Leather-clad and unapologetic, she proved women could rule the stage with the same swagger as any band in the business. The song's simplicity, hand claps, power chords, and a sneer made it universal, from dive bars to stadiums. Over 40 years later, I Love Rock and Roll still lights up jukeboxes and karaoke nights, a 3-minute burst of rebellion that never lost its bite.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run.
Number 7, Tainted Love, Soft Cell. With its pulsing synth and moody vocals, Tainted Love defined the darker side of early 80s pop. British duo Soft Cell took Gloria Jones's forgotten 1964 soul tune and transformed it into something hypnotic and new. Released in 1981, it topped the UK charts and became one of the year's best-selling singles. In the US, it lingered for an incredible 43 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100, a record at the time. Mark Almond's icy delivery and Dave Ball's minimalist production gave the song a sense of alienation that perfectly fit the new wave era. Its haunting 12-inch mix, merging into Where Did Our Love Go?, became a club staple across 2 continents. Tainted Love remains a timeless symbol of synth-pop cool, elegant, unsettling, and impossible to forget. Number 8. Rapture, Blondie. Blondie were already masters of reinvention, but Rapture made them pioneers. In 1981, Debbie Harry became the first mainstream artist to bring rap to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Comes right down and lands on the ground, and out comes the man from Mars, and you try to run.
Blending funk, disco, and new wave, the track opened the door between downtown art scenes and the birth of hip-hop. Debbie's offbeat flow even name-checked Fab Five, Freddy, and Grandmaster Flash, a shout-out that bridged 2 worlds. The groove was hypnotic. Pulsing bass, swirling synths, and a guitar line you could dance to. MTV embraced its surreal video, spreading hip-hop culture to suburban living rooms.
And eat up bars where the people meet. Face to face, dance cheek to cheek. One-to-one style.
It was bold, weird, and completely fresh. Exactly what the early 80s thrived on. Rapture remains a snapshot of musical curiosity at its best, and pop dared to experiment and ended up making history. Can you imagine hearing rap for the first time on pop radio back in 1981? Would you have danced to it, or just wondered what Debbie Harry was up to? Number 9. Under Pressure, Queen and David Bowie. When Queen met David Bowie in a Montreux studio, no one expected history to happen overnight. But one spontaneous jam later, Under Pressure was born. Driven by John Deacon's unforgettable bass line, the song fused Queen's arena energy with Bowie's avant-garde edge. It wasn't planned. It was pure creative chemistry caught on tape. Freddie Mercury's soaring improvisations against Bowie's cool restraint gave the track its emotional tension. The lyrics, about love, stress, and compassion, struck a universal chord. Released in late 1981, it topped the UK charts and reached the US top 30. Its influence only grew with time. Decades later, Under Pressure stands as one of rock's greatest collaborations, proof that even giants can push each other to brilliance. Number 10, In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins. Few debuts make an entrance like Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight. From its eerie synths to that explosive drum fill, it's a masterclass in tension and release. Written during his divorce, the song captures raw emotion, anger, betrayal, and melancholy, without ever needing to explain them outright. Plot. The track reached number 2 in the UK and number 19 in the US, but its influence far outweighed chart numbers. MTV's haunting video of Collins lit in shadow cemented its mystique. Decades later, that drum break remains iconic, instantly recognizable, endlessly air-drummed, and proof that simplicity, emotion, and timing can create musical lightning. Number 11, Don't Stop Believin', Journey. Journey's Don't Stop Believin' wasn't just a hit, it became a generational anthem. Released in 1981, it peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, but its legacy would soon eclipse almost every song from that year. The track's slow build and delayed chorus were unusual for a rock single, yet that's what made it unforgettable. When the payoff finally hits, Don't Stop Believin', hold on to that feeling. It's pure catharsis. Frontman Steve Perry's soaring vocals turned ordinary lyrics into emotional scripture for dreamers everywhere. Over time, its revival in television, film, and sports arenas gave it second and third lives. By 2017, it became the best-selling digital song originally released in the 20th century. From jukeboxes to karaoke nights, it's the song that just refuses to fade. Number 12, Jesse's Girl, Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield turned unrequited love into pop rock gold with Jesse's Girl. Released in 1981, the song climbed slowly, but eventually hit number 1, just as MTV was launching, making Springfield a household name. Its mix of crunchy guitars, yearning lyrics, and that soaring chorus captured youthful frustration perfectly. You can feel every ounce of his longing when he asks, "Where can I find a woman like that?" The backstory is just as real. Springfield wrote it after falling for a friend's girlfriend during a stained glass class, pulling the name Jesse from a football jersey. The tune earned him a Grammy for Best Male Rock Vocal, solidifying his rock credentials beyond his soap star fame. 4 decades later, Jesse's Girl still gets every crowd singing, because heartbreak never goes out of style. Number 13, Physical, Olivia Newton-John. When Olivia Newton-John released Physical, she turned pop upside down. Gone was the sweet country pop singer from Greece. In her place stood a confident, playful icon, unafraid to push boundaries. The track's cheeky lyrics and pulsing beat made it irresistible. Some stations even banned it for being too suggestive, which only fueled its success. Physical dominated the charts for 10 straight weeks, the longest run at number 1 in the 1980s. Its music video, set in a gym with headbands, neon leotards, and tongue-in-cheek humor, became MTV Gold. The song marked Newton-John's bold reinvention, blending fitness culture, flirtation, and fun into one unforgettable package. Decades later, Physical still sparks smiles and nostalgia. Proof that sometimes a little controversy makes pop perfection. Did you ever try an aerobics move after watching that video? Or were you just there for the beat and the headbands? Number 14, Endless Love, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. When 2 Motown icons team up, magic happens. Endless Love, written by Lionel Richie and sung as a duet with Diana Ross, was pure romantic perfection.
You mean the world to me.
Released for the film of the same name, it spent 9 weeks at number 1 in 1981, tying with Bette Davis Eyes as the year's biggest hit. The song blended soulful warmth with cinematic grandeur, strings swelling, voices intertwining like a slow dance that never ends. It also topped the R&B and adult contemporary charts, proving that love ballads could cross every boundary. To this day, Endless Love remains one of the most beloved duets in pop history, the kind of song that still fills wedding dance floors and hearts alike.
Paris, hollow gold, lips sweet New York.
Number 15, Bette Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes. Few songs define 1981 quite like Kim Carnes' Bette Davis Eyes. With its smoky vocals and hypnotic synth riff, the track spent 9 straight weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Originally written in 1974, Carnes reinvented it into a cool, modern anthem that felt perfectly suited for the new decade. The song's mysterious vibe and irresistible hook made it impossible to ignore. It even caught the attention of the Hollywood legend herself. Bette Davis wrote to thank Carnes for making her part of modern times. Bette Davis Eyes went on to win Grammys for both Song and Record of the Year. More than 4 decades later, it still captures the elegance and edge of early 80s pop at its finest. 1981 was the year pop truly changed gears. Rock, funk, new wave, and synth all collided to shape the sound of the decade ahead. So, as you think back, which 1981 hit still lives rent-free in your head? Is it a party anthem, a heartbreak ballad, or that one chorus you can't help but sing? Hit play, turn it up, and celebrate the year that made pop immortal.